So the business starts to pick up, Trey, right? Like you're starting
Uh-huh.
to gain traction. Things are really happening. What are some of those lessons that you could share with people uh, who are in the same stage now as it relates to building a personal plan, maybe even a product-based, right, clothing brand? But from a business side, what were some of those business challenges that you experienced and were able to overcome? Give us like one or two examples.
All right, so the first one is if you're in the clothing industry, or even this could actually relate to a bunch of different industries as well. Make sure number one, you always, just get samples. I remember one time, I was just rushing, because I don't know, I forgot. It was just a lot going on at the time. Like we were just rushing to get our, summer products out, and we didn't get samples. We just rushed and got all the products. And when it got here, like the sizing was too small and we couldn't sell it. And the summer is like just really like a quick season. Like um, it was just like real quick, So we lost like a lot of money because we didn't get samples. And that was one mistake that I learned. Yeah, we had to ship it back, and ship it back cost a lot plus time. Getting stuff from here to overseas is just like a lot of time. Plus, getting it back. So I learned like to always get samples and just to always test and just now we're like ahead of schedule. Like now we're working on fall and winter 2021. Like now we're just ahead of a schedule, making sure that like you're ahead. Like before, we were still early. We were still early in business. Like we were working on season during the season. Like it was summer and we were still working on pushing summer stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's number one. Just always get samples and make sure, that you test, what you're getting before you buy a whole bunch of quantity and you won't be able to sell it. Like quality before quantity, number one. Number two, this is for everybody, really, like with personal brand and unique brand. Always have some type of uniqueness, and something that makes you different from anyone else. Like there should be a reason why people should come to you. There should be like a specific reason that someone comes to you. It don't have to be like a big difference, but the bigger the difference is, like the bigger your clientele would be. Just because like just for my uniqueness, like me just being young, with so much energy, so many people rock with me just, because I'm young. I could be doing so much other stuff, but I'm just bringing it to them positive, but just always have some type of uniqueness and what makes you different, from your competitor, what makes you different, from anyone else in your industry. So uniqueness, like, is it your colors and your colors and your brand? Is it your quality? Is it, your quantity? You make more, any type of difference, will always help your personal brand, or your or just your brand in general. Always have some type of uniqueness, something that makes you different from your competitors and makes you different from other people in your industry. So number one was get samples. That's for my
Yeah.
clothing brand owners, and then number two for personal brands, and brands. Make sure that you are always like you have some type of uniqueness to you.
All right, stay right there because you said the key word was personal brand, which is me. So, when did I'll put it this way? A lot of people when they start their brand, they copy somebody, right? But with you I think figured out what made you unique early, right? So when like what is that unique style in your description, right, of your personal brand? And what would be the advice that you give people to elaborate what you just said? Like for those people who are starting and are copying, like they see you and then they're like, yo, I'm gonna grab my phone. He in the beginning did affirmations. He's always wearing his clothes. Like, what would be that advice that you tell people how to become unique?
Like people love you for you. Like people love you for you. Right now, I'm in a point like in Spurgo, like where people just buying like people just rocking Spurgo and rocking with Spurgo because of the brand and what we had, like what we established early, and like people just like the brand, because like it's fly. Like you just see stuff like this, like Spurgo on the collar, like Garrett's Fly, but in the beginning of me starting Spurgle, people just loved me for me, the person that I was, and you know how much energy I was putting in, me just giving back all the time, you know, and people just loved me, for me, and people just gonna love you for you. And that's why a lot of like YouTube influencers and stuff get so much traction, or anybody who is just like separate from everybody. Like people just gonna love you for you. You don't have to, change for anybody. Just be yourself. And believe in your own style. And whatever you do, like people gonna love you for you. Like people love me for me. Yep.
Even your flaws.
Yep. Even your flaws. People love you for your flaws. Yep.
That's good. That's good. People will love you for your flaws.